dried clams and whitefish, 60 cents a clam.
Hey everyone, believe it or not, we're in Brooklyn, or maybe Queens, we're not quite sure. But one of my close friends, Brian, is here, and Brian's dad is a saltwater fisherman. This is Mr. Dents.
Hi, how are you everyone?
I grew up, part of my early childhood was in the New York, New Jersey area, and I remember fishing saltwater, and then I moved to the Midwest and became a freshwater fisherman. But Mr. Dents here fishes many times during the week, and I asked if he would take us saltwater fishing. We're going to do what's called surf casting here. We're fishing from the shore, and here we are. So this is the Thursday morning. There's no one here, and you forget that we live in Brooklyn and the ocean's a couple miles away, and it's not bad, huh?
Actually, Brooklyn is on the ocean.
Brooklyn is on the ocean, and we forget this. So we're going to go fishing, right? We're going to bring home dinner tonight.
It would be even more exciting if there were birds out in the ocean diving down at the bait fish, meaning there would be other larger fish, either striped bass or probably blues, right beneath the bait fish. But we don't see any sign of that. But that doesn't mean the fish aren't there, and we're going to give it a shot. We're going to cast out as far as we can. We're using these 10, 11-foot rods with braided line. We're using poppers, meaning they float in the water.
This is a popper.
Yeah, and this is not a popper, but it's heavy enough to get me out as far as I can. It'll go a few feet below the surface because of the lip here in the front, and we hope to catch a fish, or two, or three.
This is kind of new to me. We're using saltwater equipment. This is called a spinning reel. You know, if you're a freshwater person, you have your bail, you have your line, but this is a braided line. It's a new kind of line, about 5 years in the making here. Now we're having a much larger pole here. This is an 11-foot pole. And this is a pretty big lure. Freshwater terms, this is pretty big. But we're going to see what happens here. Mr. Dents is the expert. You could also go bait fishing out here, where you would have a weight and then a hook a little farther down with clams on it perhaps, or some octopus, some squid.
And we're not going bait fishing because it's very effective, but not as exciting as casting out.
Yeah.
Because when you cast out and you catch a fish, you see the fellow jumping out of the water, and that's very exciting. And you reel him in, and that's a good day.
And there's a certain kind of zen-like part of it where you're casting, and I remember this from, we did a surfing video when I worked in the video world, and the guys said when you're surfing, you're looking out to the ocean and all your problems are back behind you on shore. And it's a similar thing when we're fishing, because we're looking out here to the ocean and the worldly problems are behind us. How's that for deep?
Can you feel the fish in the water? No, I don't feel the fish. I feel the waves and the seaweed, and sometimes you catch a fish on the first cast, and sometimes you catch a fish on the 10th cast, and sometimes you don't catch a fish. That's fishing.
Getting better. It's great though, man. Except I'm getting water in my boots right now.
My pants are soaking wet. The water's warm though, it's true.
You gotta get a wave coming into your boot.
You might want to bring waders, or just not any shoes at all, or like Mr. Dents has.
Now, do you consider this a successful fishing expedition? I do, because we didn't lose any lures.
Wow, cool. What fun, huh? I want to thank Jack, my friend here, and Brian for running the camera. If you like our show, click on the subscribe button, and you can watch all our shows at our site, GardenFork TV, and we'll have more fishing and cooking and gardening and DIY stuff, right? So make it a great day. See ya.